Yo, what's up? Got Run DMC in here. We got me here. We got a rear subframe being assembled here. Got the diff all sealed up, oiled up, all torqued to spec, everywhere, filled up with oil. We got these guys on here, all torqued, a little bit of Loctite. Went ahead and wiped this down with Turtle Wax's new ceramic spray coating. Because you know why? We got these guys in. We got grease on them as well. Each of the arms have their bushings in as well with fresh grease. So I need to wipe those down and get these shields all tightened up. Both of those guys. We're putting a little fresh coating on these eccentric bolts. Is it eccentric? Don't know. For the adjusters here. And then as well, as of today, doesn't really look different, but we got the upper control arm spherical bearings from ground control. Now the correct size in. I'll show you right now. We had to press them in. The tight tolerance made aluminum shave off from the bushing, which it's supposed to do. And now, as you can see, everything here is now torqued to spec and on. So finally, up next, I can get to putting the suspension in. Got the tank, that'll go in next. Show you that in a sec. Let's get under here. Okay, we got the diff mount all in, torqued to spec. I believe it was like 41 foot-pounds. Got a little Loctite on there. So next, what we got is e-brake lines. I'll pull one while I'm under here. Dude, I was so nervous about if these would come out or not on one of my first E30s. Extra crusty, way crustier than this one. These were seized in and could never come out, and they're just snipping them, and that was the end. So these ones should just be able to really pull out now because I got the nuts off. Well, I wish I could tell you what's up here at the front, so I'm gonna have to stop and figure it out. But right outside of this hole here, and this one here is where the two e-brake cables come to. This 10mm nut that you take off, a little washer on there as well. So yeah, unscrew it there and they should pull out, but apparently they're stuck on something. So I'm gonna do a little shimmy and see what Daddy can figure out. All right, so took all the center console stuff off. So if you look down here, this little like arch shaped thing, the cable is supposed to come under this and then through here. What ended up happening is the cables scooted to the side, and these little arch things line up perfectly with the hole that the cable goes through. So since it's stuck to the side, it was jammed up against this and couldn't get through. So I got one of them out. Still working on the second, just trying to keep it aligned. You can kind of see the cable still stuck down in there. It's not focused on it. So that little cable way down there that's wiggling. Just trying to keep it aligned so it can slide through the tube. Alright, so with the new ones inserted, I found it's way easier to just take the e-brake handle out, slide them through, and then you can reposition it. Wow! Whoa! Torqued. Dang! True. Look at these. Perfect accident. Yeah. You probably see something different. It's because something happened. So we got the rear subframe in. All 3 bolts. 1, same on the other side. And 2. And there we got the stainless steel line right here in this hard line in through here, and then we got this one still hanging right here. So now what we got to do, I had to go and get fresh bolts for these heat shields. These are the old ones. And then these are the new ones. These are the new ones. So looks mucho mejor. What we're gonna do today is try to hang the rear suspension. Have this Weichers, some shit like that. Rear sway bar. I was gonna buy it from these guys, but on eBay it was about $5 more expensive, shipped about 3 weeks sooner, and was about $80 less in shipping. So yeah, these have the rear mounts, which is cool. And oh yeah, the e-brake assembly. There's the old one. We got new shoes, hardware, and all that. Yeah. Alright, dude, I don't even know what the last update was, so we're just gonna get ripping here. Get all these fresh lights in here. I know that was at least happening, but rear suspension is pretty much in. What I'm gonna do in the short term tonight is pull all these old studs out, brush this up so it's fresh, and then got myself a cheap Harbor Freight thread chaser. Tested it on that one, worked great. And I'm just gonna chase all these bad boys after I clean it up so that I can get ready for the new studs. We out here in the trunk, we got these fuel vapor hoses going to this canister, which goes to a line the back there to some other canister or some shit. Just placing those. These go to the tank fuel neck down here. Ta-da! So just getting those all replaced with fresh rubber. I always had a gas smell in my trunk for whatever reason. Never realized what it was. Originally I thought it was this seal or the one on the gas tank, and it wasn't. It's definitely one of these because they were old. So I got these three done. This thing's plastic and super brittle. So one thing we got going on here is if you look real close and lower your ISO, you can see it's broken. There we go. So what I'm gonna do, it's not completely broken yet. I'm gonna snake a hose on here. I'm gonna put a bunch of black RTV around the edge. Try not to shove it in so it blocks the hose. Just, you know, put a little bit on there and should be good from there. I don't think this is the most important thing, but I'm gonna try my best to do my best. I think we nailed it. Just kind of put it over the crack while it was still exposed just a little bit. Slid the hose on all around the outside. Tightened her up. Continuing on from there. Look at all my hose clamps. Collected from a previous parts car. These are my old taillights right here. See some drips from when I tried to put some red translucent stuff on here because I didn't like the orange. These ones are fresh as hell. Showed it to some kid named Scott, don't remember his last name. He used to work next to me. As well as these old mirrors in here. They were all crusty. A while ago, man. This is while I was still driving this thing. Fresh glass, that was like 3 years ago. And then these mirrors, just better condition. I don't know if the motors work or not, but yeah, so that's nice. All right, anyway, that's night's work. So might do a little bit more with suspension, but it's getting kind of late, so we'll see. Later.